who are you and where are you from?
Hello, my name is Mitchell Ritter. I'm from Fort Bragg, California.
All right, and what do you do?
I work here, I'm a substitute teacher part-time, and I work at Catch a Canoe and Bicycles Too, here in lovely Mendocino, California.
And that's Mendocino is over the ridge, and that behind you is Big River?
Big River, yes.
And fantastic. And so, has the weather changed much since you were a kid?
I would say slowly but surely it has. This is just one of the most incredible places in the fact that it is so stable. The ocean is chilly, about 54 to 58 degrees Fahrenheit. There have been some years where it has been slightly warmer, but the ocean just keeps things, we call it our coastal air conditioning, keeps things fairly stable for the most part. But there have been years that have been pretty shocking in the temperature, not necessarily extremes for this area. 89 or 90 is almost unheard of. And I think, I can't remember the year, but we recently had temperatures in the high 80s, which doesn't sound like much, but for such a humid area, we were sweltering, absolutely sweltering. And then earlier this year, just a couple months ago, we experienced, or for the first time in my lifetime, experienced snow. We've in the past experienced sleet, which has, that's exciting. And as expected in November, December or so, there have been seasons of sleet which have melted about as soon as it hit the ground. And we've had hail, which is hail, no tremendous golf ball sized hailstones or natural disasters. This place is pretty amazing in how secluded it is from natural disasters, but this snow was unheard of. It stayed on the ground. I don't know that there were inches and inches of it, but it was enough to coat the ground white at sea level, which was something I haven't seen in my lifetime. And so these patterns of, from my understanding, the last time that happened, I think, was about 36 or 40 years ago. And so these patterns of, things don't necessarily happen in the blink of an eye. We can't necessarily see climate change on a daily basis, but I would confidently say that it is happening. Perhaps my skin has just gotten thinner as I've gotten older. Luckily, I wouldn't necessarily consider myself old at this point, but I, in this area, do tend to sunburn a lot more quickly than I did as a child, and I have to wear more and more intense sun protection. And so I don't know if the ozone is becoming thinner, or who knows, some level of refraction in the atmosphere, but I sunburn a lot more easily and a lot more quickly than when I was younger. I basically, as soon as I step outside, feel as though I'm in a magnifying lens for sun radiation, UV. And so I do think about what to do. What is there hope? Is there a future in preventing that? And I don't know personally, but I think that a big part of it would be getting a lot of minds, or basically a collective effort. There are so many who basically just assume that there is no chance or no hope, or why should I make a change? Why should I do anything to consider the planet? Or many who consider the planet screwed as it is. But it's hard to know what the future may be. Some consider electric vehicles, and electric vehicles are great, but I personally do see problems with lithium mining or battery consumption. I'm a huge fan of batteries, and and electric products. We can't have combustion everything, but I would say looking toward efficient combustion electric hybrid could be a source. Get on a bicycle. If there's any way to commute or carpool, public transport. Unfortunately, public transit isn't so big around here, but yeah, public transportation I feel is doing its part, and just kind of getting minds together, I feel is a big hope and a big change. I stay hopeful for the future. I don't know whether meatless Mondays make a difference if you're big on carnivorous consumption. Perhaps looking into alternatives, or not necessarily a strong advocate for veganism or that, but if that is your jam, then that is also fantastic. But I do feel that less consumption, basically cleaner production and cleaner means of consumption, are big aspects and big elements of what could help. And I think just being mindful. More of us. I by no means claim to be the most mindful or the most considerate in my usage or consumption patterns, but I think that if we don't do something, there will come a point where we will be forced to look differently at the way we do things, the way we consume, and the way we make new vehicles, new products, petroleum usage, lithium usage, and we only have a finite number of resources, and this planet would most likely do just fine on its own, but there are more and more of us. So I think the more of us there are, the more we have to look at how we can help this planet, and how there, as far as we know at this point in time, is no planet B. We're not quite ready to hop off to Mars or elsewhere in the solar system. So we just have to do what we can and consider the research, or further research, and hopefully just get some of the brightest minds and the most optimistic minds, and even the unheard voices we never know who could have fantastic, brilliant ideas and could be screaming wonderful ideas at the top of their lungs but feel unheard. So I think just listening and doing the best we can to work together, and looking for signs, looking at kind of prioritizing urgency on what we can do to make this a healthy and habitable planet for as long as we can. Cleaning beaches, efficient and effective resource usage.
So would you can say that you're an optimist or a pessimist for the future?
Unfortunately, at the moment, I am quite pessimistic. I'm quite nervous. If I at this point were to have kids, I can honestly say I would be worried about their future of a comfortable existence on this planet. And I do hold on to hope, though. All I can do is hope, and all I can do is try to spread awareness and do what I can to not be so much of a parasite to this planet. I do remain hopeful. I would say, is there such thing as, well, I don't want to be neutral, but not necessarily a neutralist, but there are times where I am very, very pessimistic, and plenty of time where I have restored moments of faith in humanity, and and I do look toward a sustainable and bright future.
All right, you answered all 3 questions, actually in the first one. But thank you again. This has been amazing. You actually helped me fix my bicycle after it broke down, and and also gave an incredible interview. Thank you again on the 5th of April 2023 here on Big River. Thank you.
Here we are. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure to meet you, Mike.
Thank you.